San Ysidro is not just a busy port of entry, it is the busiest land border crossing in the entire Western Hemisphere. On an average day, 50,000 vehicles and more than 25,000 pedestrians enter the U.S. northbound through this single port. So over a year goes by, that's up to tens of millions of lawful crossings. This makes San Ysidro the most operationally intense environment in federal law enforcement. Which brings me to you. A lot of the interviewers on those CBP panels, they're using their experience from ports just like San Ysidro, and they're looking at you for answers to their questions. Now, you might think it's not fair, right? Oh, but I'm not a CBP officer and blah, blah, blah. They don't really care about that because they're looking for you for judgment. How you deal with what? Under pressure situations. How you deal with what? People who don't understand you. How do you deal with what? People who do not want to cooperate with you. How do you deal with what? Illegal paraphernalia, drugs, whatever, blah, blah. They're watching you for your answers. They're watching how you react. They're watching you for all that. And they're using the busy port experience on you. They're seeing how you react to that. This is why, again, my coaching clients make it through at a 90.4% because I do the exact same thing to you. So when you go into the actual experience where that Zoom opens up on you and you look at these two or three people with these hard looking faces, you're ready for it because I put you through it already with me. We've been through it. This is nothing new for you. It's just, okay, here we go. Nervous? Yeah, but you can do it because I prepped you. They're using these kind of parts, the very busy environments. They're bringing that into the interview with you. This is why there's that 60.3% fail rate because they're prepping for a civilian type interview. Do you really think a law enforcement at a federal level position is going to be worried about where you're going to be in 5 years? No one cares about that. If you really want to prep for an interview, to get past the interview, to get that federal badge, link down below, my links there, get into my calendar. Let's get you ready for this test as well. Because I want you to pass the interview. It's very important. So when the traveler steps up to your CBP booth, you're not just simply checking the passport and asking routine questions. Your booth is in a diagnostic position. From the moment the traveler approaches you, you are establishing a behavioral baseline. You're looking at how they walk, how they hold their documents, where their eyes go, how their face and posture respond to your authority. And within seconds, you are already measuring whether what they are seeing matches what they are being told. So you're saying to yourself, what you're seeing must match what you're being told. And as you start the conversation, you're watching for cognitive strain, micro hesitations, delayed answers, over explaining simple questions, repeating the question before answering, subtle posture shifts. You're looking for everything. Everything they're showing you, you are looking at. They are signs that the brain is working harder and you understand this. At the same time, you're also checking for internal logic of their story. Where they came from, where are they going, how long are they staying, who paid for the trip, whether their employment and travel patterns really line up. While you have their documents in your hand, are they verifying the authenticity? Is the traveler hanging on to the document tightly? You're looking for micro panics in their eyes, in their face. You're also measuring the response to your authority, speed of compliance, tone shifts, emotional control, and a reaction to a correction. You're measuring all this. This is much more than your CBP booth. It's not a desk. It is an active assessment station where their behavior, their story, and stress are evaluated by you. And this is the crux of it, right? This is where so many people don't understand your role as a CBP officer and how extensive it really is and how on alert you must be at all times. In my coaching program, we talked about that. Head on a swivel, situational awareness. There's a reason why I teach this. It's because it's what they're going to want to hear at the interview panel. It's what they're going to want to know when you go to the academy. It's what you have to use at the actual job, right? There are reasons why They're asking you certain questions at the interview and the reasons why they want answers from you in a certain way. We had the CBP entry, right? It's not just your desk. You're doing so many different assessments at one time. That's why I applaud you guys for going through the process. I'm really proud of all of you. My clients, I love you guys doing this. I think it's really important and it's great. And you know I got your back. If you too want to join CBP, you want to do something like this, very important. Take care of your country, keep it safe. Link down below. Get into my classes, get into my calendar. I'll show you how to do it. Let's keep watching the video. Just the sheer numbers of people coming in, it is most important you understand situational awareness. You have to be aware at all times of almost everybody. And look how this gentleman here is looking at the IDs, asking a few questions, looking at the body, I'm sure, how they react. They look casual, but they really are looking at other factors besides just the people. And look at the cars. This is San Ysidro, very, very busy entry. Again, over 250,000 vehicles. I mean, that's just a lot. It's a lot. So this is probably a good place to go once you get out of your academy if you really want to get the experience, because here you're going to get a lot of experience. I've been there myself, actually, to watch it for a couple hours one day, and I was just amazed by the sheer volume of cars and people coming through at any one time. But there is a lot of backup there for you, too. You have a lot of brothers and sisters down there in blue to back you up, to help you out. So that's never going to be a shortage at all. This is why I want to show you San Ysidro. It's a very busy port, right? But it's also exciting because there are so many things you can learn in 1 day, 2 days, a month, a year, right? And this is part of the excitement I want you to see about working for CBP. It's incredible. You know, you put on the blue uniform, you have a lot of brothers and sisters like yourself down there working and screening, keeping the country safe. It's a great career. And so this goes back to my coaching. This is what I want you to get to, right? But you can't get there unless you get through that very hardcore situational interview panel. And that's where I come in. This is what I do. I do this year in, year out, 7 years almost now, right? 7 days a week, 11 hours a day. This is what I do. I have a lot of champions who go in and out of my doors, and I want you to do it too. If you're serious about putting on that uniform for CBPO, this is what you want. The only part you control, the whole phase, you don't control the poly, the medical, none of that stuff. You only control the interview. The structured interview is in your control. And I show you how to control that and get through there like a champion, as someone who deserves to put the uniform on. I show you how to do that. Get to my links below. I'll show you how to do it, how to win, become a champion, so you can do what? Continue your mission. When you understand what happens at the booth, you start to understand the weight of this job. Every traveler, every decision, every second at that station matters. You're not just processing documents. You're standing between this country and the threats that try to slip through its front door. You're the guardian. And nowhere is that more real than ports of entry like San Ysidro. That port is not just the busiest land border crossing in the Western Hemisphere. It is one of the most strategically important security checkpoints on the planet. The volume, the pressure, the responsibility, it is what forges officers. It sharpens judgment. It builds real professionals. If you're looking for comfort, CBP is not for you. Stay in the 9 to 5. If you're looking for purpose, growth, and the chance to serve something bigger than yourself, then places like San Ysidro's are for you. This badge is not about convenience, it's about commitment. And the men and women who stand that line every day are not just doing a job, they are defending the front door of the United States of America.